for the 5A championship, we'd like to honor our 3rd and 4th place finalists. This year's 3rd place finalist was Little Rock Christian and 4th place Greene County Tech. Let's hear it for these teams. Thank you. Now we're ready to introduce the teams for our 5A conference match between Watson Chapel and Morrilton. Starting with Watson Chapel, we have Andrew Fleming, a senior. Their captain is Jimmy Beggs, a senior. Eric Williams, a senior. Bailey Garner, a senior. And their alternates are Amanda Everett, a sophomore. Khadijah Jones, a junior. Maggie Young, a junior. Sarah Smith, a junior. Jalen Malden, a senior. Horace Jones, a sophomore. Donovan Lee, a sophomore. And Clarence Hoskins, a senior. Their coach is Ronette Metcalf, and their assistant coach is Jamie Fox. Let's hear it for Watson Chapel. And now to Morrilton. First, we have Thomas Ragland, a junior. Their captain is Jonathan Rankin, a junior. Brett Harkin, a junior. And Bax Yarborough, a junior. Their alternate is Tyler Gabbard, a junior. Their coach is Cody Vest. Let's hear it for Morrilton. I'd like to wish both teams the best of luck, and now I'm going to turn it over to our quiz master, Steve Patterson. Steve, take it away.
Thank you, Evangeline. That was a nice introduction of all these young people, and a young group over here and more older group over here. But these two teams have made it now to the finals. They're the last two teams remaining in Class 5A and competing now for the state championship. The AGQBA board wishes both of you teams good luck, and we're very proud of you. All right, at this time, we'd like to make sure that our judges are ready over here, and they are. And we appreciate our board members for being judges today and scorekeepers and all sorts of things. And I'll say on behalf of our board how much we appreciate AETN for all that they are doing for us today and throughout the year. We appreciate them so much, and they are able to bring this broadcast to you at home, and we appreciate that too. All right, teams, are you ready? All right, let's get started with this first toss-up question. What family of German steel and arms producers was known for supplying many of the weapons used by Prussian and German forces in the Franco-Prussian War, World War I, and World War II? No answers? It's the Krupp family, still producing items today, but not military weapons like they used to. What 1946 play by Eugene O'Neill features conversations of a group of derelicts and is set in the rooming house of the character Jonathan?
Morning Becomes Electra.
No. Harry Hope. Eric.
The Iceman Cometh.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
All right, question number 3. According to Greek mythology, what Phoenician prince, the son of Agenor and Telphassa of Tyre and brother of Phoenix, was the founder of the city of Thebes? The correct answer is Cadmus. Cadmus. All right, question number 4. What 1993 Steven Spielberg Oscar-winning film features Liam Neeson? Bax.
Schindler's List.
Bax, you're right. All right, question number 5. What operation in computer science and algebra finds the remainder of the division of one number by another? Andrew.
Synthetic division.
No. Thomas.
Modular arithmetic.
Yes. Question number 6. The Austrian author and critic Felix Salten is most... Oh, all right, Jimmy.
Bambi.
Yes.
Good job.
Good.
Good job.
All right, question number 7. What organelle found in most eukaryotic cells is responsible for packaging proteins? Andrew.
The Golgi apparatus.
Yes.
Good job.
Question number 8. In many programming languages, this process is accomplished with keywords such as for, while, or repeat. What is this type of control flow which may repeat infinitely if the developer does account for an end condition? Thomas.
If and then analysis.
No. Watson. Bailey.
Demand.
It's simply loops. Loops. Okay. Question number 9. Coming from the Arabic meaning the big tree, what city is the capital and largest city of Qatar? Eric.
Doha.
Yes.
Good job.
William Ramsey discovered it from the residue left from evaporating liquid air in 1898. Andrew.
Argon.
No. And the first compound with it, a difluoride, was reported in 1963. Name this noble gas with an atomic mass of just less than 84 grams per mole. Thomas.
Krypton.
Yes.
John.
All right, a good game. Halfway through the first round, here's another toss-up for both teams. In what Bavarian city in Germany did Adolf Hitler attempt a failed 1923 uprising of Nazi party members? Andrew.
Stuttgart.
No. Known as the Beer Hall Putsch. Box.
Berlin.
It was Munich. Munich. All right, question number 12. 2 answers are required. In Genesis 25 of the Old Testament, what 2 sons of Rebekah struggled together? Andrew.
Jacob and Esau.
Yes. Question 13. The K are KV numbers named for Ludwig von Kochel. Andrew.
Mozart.
You're right.
Good job.
Question number 14. In planar geometry, what name is given to the point within a triangle where the perpendicular bisectors of... Andrew.
The circumcenter.
Yes.
Good job.
Where all 3 sides meet. Right. All right, question 15. On the night that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, what cabinet secretary... Andrew.
Seward.
Yes. Also was attacked and stabbed, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
All right, question number 16. The company developing this was acquired by Facebook in March 2014 for $2 billion. What is this, Thomas?
Oculus.
More specific.
Oculus virtual reality.
No. What is this upcoming virtual reality head-mounted display slated to become available in late 2014? Andrew.
The Oculus Rift.
Yes, I had to have Rift there, Thomas. All right, question number 17. What was the real name of the English author who wrote under the pen name Lewis Carroll? Eric.
Charles Dodson.
Yes.
Good job.
We're going to do a math computation. So we got 20 seconds on the clock. Give the decimal equivalent of the binary number represented by 11011. Andrew.
27.
Yes.
Good job.
All right, question 19. What 20th century French existentialist author? Andrew.
Sartre.
Yes. In astronomy, what term is described by the National Institute of Standards and Technology as a time scale that is based on the Earth's rate of rotation measured relative to the fixed stars? Andrew.
A day.
No. Thomas.
Constellation map.
No, it's sidereal time. Sidereal time. And that's the last question in round 1. Do we have any challenges? None here, none here. All right, so with that done, here at the end of the first round, Watson Chapel has 120 and Morrilton has 30. We'll take time for substitutions. None here and none there. Okay, we won't take any time for that. All right. We'll move straight into our second round then, which is the toss-up with a chance for a team bonus. So, Jimmy, if you get a toss-up over there on your team, I'll be looking at you. Jonathan, I'll be looking at you for the Morrilton bonuses. All right, here's the first toss-up to try to get those. What Irish coastal city located in the southeast is the oldest city in Ireland and was, until 2009, a center for the manufacture of some of the world's finest crystal? Eric.
Cork.
No. Jonathan.
Essex.
No, it's Waterford. Waterford crystal. All right, question 22. What ancient Egyptian ruler is known for uniting Upper and Lower Egypt and establishing the first dynasty in circa 3100 BCE? Jonathan.
Ramses II.
No. Andrew.
Imhotep.
No, it was Menes, Armeni, Armene. I could have accepted any of those. All right, question number 23. Excluding independent variable, by what other name is either the horizontal... Andrew.
The manipulated variable.
No. Either the horizontal x-axis or the individual x-coordinate in an ordered pair, also known. Thomas.
Domain.
It's abscissa.
Sorry.
Abscissa. All right. Question 24. What series of events in late 1777 and early 1778 was begun via letters to the Second Continental Congress, and it was an attempt to have... Jonathan?
Constitutional Congress.
No. Was an attempt to have George Washington replaced as commander of the Continental Army during the American Revolution. Andrew?
The Conway Cabal.
You're right. And you have earned the first bonus for Watson Chapel, World War I. All right. Answer the following concerning World War I. Here we go. The alliance that included Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy.
The Central Powers.
Central Powers.
No. French president and principal architect of the Treaty of Versailles.
Is it Orlando? I don't know. Orlando?
Orlando.
No. Collective name for Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria during the war.
That's Central Powers.
Central Powers.
Yes.
I think the other one was on Triple.
And the alliance that included Britain, Russia, and France.
The Triple Entente.
Yeah. Triple Entente.
Yes. And the two that you missed, the Triple Alliance
Yes.
was the first group.
Sorry.
And George Clemenceau was the architect of the Treaty of Versailles. All right, we've got 3 bonuses left. Everyone's hands on their buzzers because this toss-up is for both teams. What is the cup-like sac in the nephron in the mammalian kidney that performs... Andrew.
Bowman's capsule.
You have earned your team another bonus, Andrew.
Good job.
And this one is in fictional detectives. Okay? What author created the following detectives? Philip Marlowe.
Christie. I don't know. Christie.
No. Perry Mason.
Christie.
No. Hercule Poirot.
That's Christie.
Christie.
Yes. Don't know what you're going to do on this one, but it's Nero Wolfe.
Yeah.
Nero Wolfe.
Give me another detective.
Doyle. Oh, Fleming.
Fleming.
No, that was Rex Stout. Philip Marlowe was Raymond Chandler. And I never thought of Perry Mason as a detective, but Earl Stanley Gardner is the one who created him. All right, got 2 bonuses left, so everyone's hand on the buzzers. And it's going to be a math computation, so hands on your pens and your buzzers. Got 20 seconds on the clock for this question. What is the result in radians of arc cosine or inverse cosine of -1? Andrew.
Pi radians.
Yes. All right, and you have earned the 3rd bonus question, which is in physics. Physics. Give the physics term or person being described. Measurement of the disorder of a thermodynamic system.
Entropy.
Entropy.
Yes. British physicist who discovered the neutron.
Chadwick.
Yes. Physicist who, with Harvey Fletcher, measured the charge of the electron with the oil drop experiment.
Millikan.
Yes. And an almost massless neutral subatomic particle with half-integer spin.
Neutrino.
Yes, all 4 correct. Good job. All right. Got 1 bonus left, so here we go with this toss-up. Which painting, also called La Gioconda, Jimmy?
Mona Lisa.
Yes.
Good job.
You know, paintings and physics. All right. It's a good thing because your next category is art galleries and museums. In what major city are the following art galleries located? The Metropolitan Museum of Art.
New York City.
Yes. The Louvre.
Paris, France.
Judges?
I do.
He said
Paris,
but he didn't get it way out. He corrected himself before he finished the answer. So I say yes.
Yes. The Prado.
Madrid.
Yes. And the Uffizi Gallery.
Florence.
Yes. And all four correct. I had to make sure there, Jimmy, that you hadn't messed up there. All right, very good. That was the last question. Do we have any challenges by either team? No. Okay. So at the end of our second round, we have Watson Chapel with 215, Morrilton with 30. So Morrilton, you have your work cut out for you, but the good news is you get to go first in the lightning round. Here are the categories you get to pick from. An A in American history. Answers to the following clues in American history all begin with the letter A. If the answer is a name, then the last name begins with the A. Okay, you can also choose science and technology studies. From an area of science, from an area of study in science and technology, give the word used to describe that study. And computer terms. All of the following are definitions of computer terms. Answers will begin with the letter A through J sequentially. First answer begins with A, second B, etc. You have 60 seconds to confer and decide. Welcome back to the 5A State Championship for Quiz Bowl 2014. We're pitting Watson Chapel against Morrilton today. And these are the last two teams in 5A, and they're representing their 5A classification well. During the break, Morrilton was allowed to choose first from the lightning round categories, and Jonathan and his team picked computer terms. And from the other two categories, Watson Chapel, Jimmy, you picked an A in American history. Okay, just make sure we're right there. Jonathan, I'll get all my answers from you, so when you're ready to give me an answer, look at me and speak loudly, and I'll know you're giving me an answer. I'll remind you of what you're to do. All of the following are definitions of computer terms. The answers will begin with the letter A through J sequentially. Okay, are you ready? Got our time ready over there? Software installed on a computer that produces pop-up ads using your browser.
Add-ons.
No. Process of starting up a computer and loading an operating system.
Booting.
Yes. One or more sectors that can constitute the smallest unit of space on a disk for storing data.
Compact.
No. To rewrite a file to a disk in one contiguous chain of clusters to speed up retrieval.
Defrag.
Yes. Circuit board inserted into a slot on the motherboard to enhance capability.
Pass.
Software that is permanently stored on a chip.
File.
No. Trail on screen left behind when the mouse is moved.
Pass.
Power-saving state that saves all work to the hard drive and powers down the system.
Hibernation.
Hibernation.
Yes. An outdated wireless technology mostly replaced by Bluetooth.
Infrared.
Yes. Appears when right-clicking. Time. Thank you. Okay. Got all the 9 of them in. We didn't get to that 10th one, but that's all right. All right. Judges, I have that they got numbers 2, 4, 8, and 9. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
So we'll pass the others on to you, Jimmy. Do you need me to read the descriptor
Yes,
again?
sir, please.
Okay. All the following are definitions of computer terms. Answers begin with the letter A through J sequentially. Question number 1 was software installed on a computer that produces pop-up ads using your browser.
Defer.
Andrew?
Adware.
Yes.
Good job.
Number 3, one or more sectors that constitute the smallest unit of space on a disk for storing data.
So let's see.
Fail. Yeah, I was gonna say
Cell.
Cell.
No. Number 5, a circuit board inserted to a slot on the motherboard to enhance capability.
Starts with the E.
An enhancer.
Enhancer.
No. Number 6, software that is permanently stored on a chip.
F.
Firewall.
They said
Answer,
They
please.
said file.
File on.
No.
Firewall.
And number 7, trail on the screen left behind when the mouse is moved.
like the.
It starts with the G.
I have no idea.
Answer, please.
No answer.
That one was Ghost Cursor. Ghost Cursor. Going back up to the top, number 3, one or more sectors that constitute the smallest space. That was a cluster. And the circuit board inserted into a slot to enhance capability was an expansion card. And the software that is permanently stored on a chip, firmware. Firmware. I learned a lot about computers today. All right. Now we're going to go to Watson Chapel, and Jonathan, you and Morrilton be ready for any bounce backs they may give you on American history. Jimmy, are you ready?
Yeah.
It says here to answer that these all begin with the letter A. Even if it's a last name, it would begin with an A. Ready?
Yeah.
Territory purchased from Russia in 1867.
Alaska.
Yes. 1838, confrontation settled by the Webster-Ashburton Treaty.
Alabama.
A rustic
okay.
war.
A rustic war.
Yes. Leader of the Green Mountain Boys.
Allen.
Allen.
Yes. 21st president succeeding James Garfield.
Arthur.
Yes. 22nd state admitted to the Union, 1819.
Okay.
Alabama.
Yes. Governing document prior to the Constitution.
Articles of Confederation.
Yes. 48th state admitted to the Union, 1912.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yes. Spanish mission located in San Antonio,
Alamo.
Texas, occupied in
Alamo.
1896. Yes. Attorney General who served under President George W. Bush.
Give me a general.
Atlee.
Atlee.
No. Bloody Civil War battle fought near Sharpsburg, Maryland.
Antietam.
Yes. 9 out of the 10, but you left one out there for Morrilton to pick up. Jonathan, this will start the last name with the letter A, and it is Attorney General who served under President George W. Bush.
Allen.
No, it was John Ashcroft. He was fairly controversial. All right, that's the end then of that round. Do we have any challenges on that round? All right. So at the end of 3, we have Watson Chapel with 315 and Morrilton with 70. Do we need to make any substitutions at this time?
Yes, please.
Okay, we will. Welcome back to the 5A State Championship for 2014 Quiz Bowl. We're down to two teams, Watson Chapel and Morrilton, and we're down to one last round of questions. We have 20 questions remaining for the two teams, and let's get started with them right now. What Greek letter is used in mathematics to denote either a change in a... Jimmy?
Delta.
Yes.
Good job.
What argument named after a French mathematician and philosopher states that... Andrew?
Pascal's wager.
Yes. If God exists and one doesn't believe, the risk is of infinite loss, isn't it? Number 33, what group of poets named for their support of Charles I? Andrew?
The Cavalier poets.
Yes. What term in chemistry is defined as the number of moles of solute? Bailey?
Molarity?
Yes. Oh, nope, I apologize, no. Let me finish. Moles of solute per kilogram of solvent. Thomas?
Molar density.
No, it's molality. I couldn't accept the R in there. All right. Question number 35. After the beheading of King Charles I, what Puritan... Andrew?
Cromwell.
Yes.
Oliver Cromwell.
Yes, both right. All right, question number 36. What African nation contains the major cities of Sikasso, Bamako, and Timbuktu? Eric?
Mali.
Yes.
Good job.
Following the Soviets' successful launches of Sputnik 1 and 2, what satellite launched in January of 1958 became the United States' first satellite? Andrew?
Gemini.
No. Transmitting for only 105 days and remaining in orbit until 1970. Jonathan?
Apollo 1.
It was Explorer 1. All right, question number 38. What name is given to the sac of fluid that cushions the bones, tendons, and muscles? Andrew?
Synovial fluid.
No, around a joint. Thomas?
Meniscus.
No, it's called the bursa. Bursa. All right. I can accept synovial bursa as well. All right. Question number 39. What is the transparent gelatinous mass that fills the space between the lens and retina? Andrew?
The vitreous humor.
Yes. In what Shakespearean play does the character of Jacques in Act 2, Scene 7, give the monologue that begins with the lines, Thomas?
As You Like It.
You're right. All the world's a stage, right? And all the men and women merely players. All right, question 41. What Danish author and poet is best remembered for his fairy tales? Jonathan?
Spencer.
No. That include The Little Mermaid, The Ugly Duckling. Eric?
Anderson.
Yes, Hans Christian Andersen. Timeout, yes. All right. We've had a timeout called by Watson Chapel. Welcome back from the timeout that was called by Watson Chapel. They used that timeout to effect a change from the beast of the Watson Chapel group to the beauties in the group. So we're glad to have Amanda and Maggie and Khadijah and Sarah joining us today for these last questions. Good to have you girls. All right, here we go with question 42. Discussed in a 1905 paper by Albert Einstein, whose work led to his 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics? What is the observation of metals emitting electrons when hit with light exceeding a threshold frequency called? Sarah?
Rutherford?
No. Morrilton? Thomas?
Emission.
No, it was the photoelectric effect. That question was worded a little strange there. I apologize. All right, question number 43. What television series that is on AMC is based on the comic book series of the same? Jonathan?
The Walking Dead.
Yes. Math computation for number 44. We've got 20 seconds on the clock to do this. Find the arithmetic mean of the following numbers: 80, 55, 17, 16. KTEJ.
42.
Yes. All right, question number 45. Invented in 1816 by René Laennec, what device is used for osculation or listening to the internal sounds? Maggie?
Stethoscope.
Yes. Question number 46. What American 19th century politician was widely known as the corrupt boss of Tammany Hall, the Democratic Party machine that controlled the politics of 19th century New York? Maggie?
Tweed.
Yes, Boss Tweed. Very good. Question 47. Printed in 1640 in Cambridge, Massachusetts, what was the first book printed in British North America? One surviving copy of the first edition sold at auction in November of last year for over $14 million, a record for a printed book. Jonathan?
Tale of the Genji.
No. Watson? It is the Bay Psalm book. All right, question 48. What type of test on a curve graphed on the Cartesian plane determines if the given curve is that of a function? Jonathan?
Vertical line test.
Yes. Question 49. What Russian mystic and influential private advisor to the Romanovs? Maggie?
Rasputin.
Yes. Since 1972, what Midwestern state has held the first major electoral event of the... Jonathan?
Iowa.
Yes, and that was the last question of the match. Do we have any challenges? None here? None here? All right, if there are no challenges, then our score at the end of the match is 425 for Watson Chapel, 110 for Morrilton. Morrilton is our first runner-up in Class 5A. Watson Chapel, the state champions for Class 5A.
Wow, Bill.
The
What a
thing
match.
you can't overlook on that one is the depth that Watson Chapel has.
Yes.
When they made the substitutions right there at the end, it was almost like everybody in the audience was thinking, well, okay, we got a bunch of girls. Guess what? They can play as well as anybody else.
Goodness.
They were good. This was a team where you had a group of seniors on one side, Watson Chapel, playing against a group of juniors from Morrilton.
Okay.
We will see Morrilton back.
Okay.
Yeah,
We should.
This was an interesting game in watching, though, because when I did see the substitutions going in on Watson Chapel, I, too, was interested in, okay, how much depth have they got? They've got an excellent program. Ronette Metcalf has done a wonderful job there.
All right. Well, we're going to go back to the set for the awarding of the trophy and the check.
In an outstanding display of championship play, congratulations to both teams. I want to go ahead and give the check for $1,500 for academic excellence to Morrilton. Congratulations. And Watson Chapel, you make a habit of this. Congratulations, $3,000 for academic excellence.
I'm DeWanda Kirkland, I'm president of the Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association, and on behalf of the executive board, I'd like to present the second place trophy to Morrilton. Good job. And the first place trophy to Watson Chapel. Good job. And our MVP is Andrew Fleming. Congratulations. And $100. Good job.
And now For the 5A All-Tournament team members, Carolyn Schry.
Yes, indeed. Well, Andrew had a very impressive record of 14.16 average number of questions per game throughout the state tournament. But there's actually somebody that actually beat him slightly, and that would be Ben Cooter of Greene County Tech with a 15.0 average. That's pretty amazing to get those kind of numbers for one player. In addition, we have Austin Boatwright from Huntsville on the all-tournament team, Cooper Lair from Little Rock Christian, Eric Williams there from Watson Chapel, who's back here now, I believe, Jonathan Rankin from Morrilton, Brian Gregory from Mills, Brett Harkin from Morrilton up there, Robert Beaton from Wynn, and Caleb Nissen from Little Rock Christian. That would be the 5A all-tournament team.
Congratulations to Watson Chapel and Morrilton. Now, for those of you at home, here's a chance for you to test your knowledge. Joining me now is the director